What is going on, everybody? Back on it. One Piece 398. We are this close to being in the 400. It was just wild to me. It seems like a lot. I mean, 400 episodes. You could put multiple series together and they won't even total 400 episodes. But 400 here doesn't even get us halfway. But we're trying to get there. We actually have a lot of crazy developments going on right now. As you can see on the screen, word is spreading that Straw Hat Luffy and their crew is beaten to death the celestial dragons and yada yada yada, and Rayleigh is broken free and he's over here almighty pushing people with his Hakai and whatever the hell else is going on. I'm sure admirals and fleet admirals and grand admirals and whatever titles are on the way. So we'll see what the fallout of all this is going to be. Everyone warned me like, oh no, Zoro couldn't have killed that guy. Do you know what would have happened and who would have showed up? Well, Luffy did it. So I'm expecting the same repercussions to show up and happen. And on top of all that, we got the side plot, or maybe this is the side plot and that's the main plot, of the government planning a public execution of essentially Whitebeard's like second in command. I've been told that Ace is not to Whitebeard what Rayleigh and Zoro are to essentially Gold Roger and Luffy. That it's Ace is like Sanji, kind of like the second, rider in command and all those type of things, whatever you want to put those titles as. So there's still a, I guess, vice captain of Whitebeards that we've yet to see. Or maybe we saw him when we visited his ship, but I couldn't tell you who it was. So maybe, I'm sure we're gonna get all that information. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's muted. I can't hear shit. Everybody better leave. Everyone's trying to get the hell out of there. Oh, the girl that just sits there and eats like she's female Goku. Right? She saved Zoro from it, and then Luffy does it anyway. I mean, is the Admiral really going to be able to stop everybody, though? I don't think they can round up all of us. Damn. Who are the list of admirals again? Okaji and I don't know. Yeah. They're not going to be... What are they going to be able to arrest every single, like, just day-to-day person, pirate, all of it here? No. I think the main focus is going to be to show up on Luffy. So I don't think everybody needs to, like, just disappear. I think, like, you guys will be okay. And this man thinks he's Yu-Gi-Oh! With the heart of the cards and shit. Because the fleet admiral is Son Goku with the goat. The admirals are Okaji and who are the other two? There's only 3. They're getting tired of Luffy. Oh man, they got a lot going on. 13 people with bounties to be. Word spreads so fast. He said we've lost contact with people at the human shop. I mean, employment center. They know it's dirty and what's going on, but they choose to ignore it. I mean, that's kind of what you do. You don't really have a choice, do you? Yeah, world nobles. Is this an admiral? We've never seen him before, have we? I'm sure we've probably seen the other one. And there he goes. Okay. I think we've gotten the name drop of all three, but haven't seen the actual characters of all three. So that was one. Okaji, Ice Boy, Ice Time, and then there's still one more. We might have gotten, I don't know, I'm watching a lot of things. I'm 400 episodes in. We might have seen him or heard his name. I couldn't tell you though. This is Doflamingo's human trafficking shop? Oh, Lord. Oh, God. His two-time and backstabbing warlord pirate self. He said, it's not my shop. It's yours. Yeah. Oh. I think the Navy's getting ready for the Whitebeard. I think they're trying to mobilize everything for what's going to happen. Yep. Yep. But like, is the Whitebeard, like he says Whitebeard pirates versus the 7 warlords. Whitebeard has enough on him to run that 1v1 or 1v7? Because I brought this up a couple episodes ago. They're like, oh no, it's gonna be an all-out war. It's gonna be Whitebeard going to war with the world government. But I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know, Whitebeard could be great. You know, like, yes, for sure. Like, it's even the sound of Whitebeard, you know, it's having people piss down their legs and shit. But can one pirate go against the entire Navy with the admirals, the fleet admirals, the warlords, etc., all of it? Kizaru. I'm like, there's no way Whitebeard can keep up with all that, surely. But Doflamingo's over here saying the Whitebeard pirates versus the 7 warlords. Like, Whitebeard himself and has a crew rolling that deep, that's that strong, that can go toe to toe with the warlords and it actually be like an actual winnable fight? Huh. Excuse me if I sound nasally as well. We've been sick the last couple days. Rayleigh. He's gonna... Huh. Yeah, how do you think he got his collar off? Do it. We don't have time. We don't have time. Did you not just see what he did? Bro, Frankie's big clumsy ass isn't gonna find a damn thing. Don't move. I mean, did we not just see him clear out a room? Let's have a little faith here. Worst comes to worst, Chopper just treats her afterwards. We'll see. But it felt... Luffy and Zoro have a little bit of that in them right now. But I like to see that he acknowledged it. Somebody acknowledged it. Everybody shut up. Just let me handle this. Oh shit, he set it off. I thought he was just gonna like cancel it, but like he set it off. I hate Hachin in his face so much. I'm about tired of that starfish too. He found the keys. It's a little too late though. We've already... What did he do with the explosion? What did he do with the explosion? Did he like redirect it? Did he absorb it? What the hell just happened? What happened to the call? What did he do? Did anybody get a look? Anybody? Or are you just gonna leave that to the imagination? Where even is it physically? My man just put it in his own pocket dimension or what? Guys, we kind of gotta get the hell out of here. For real, we gotta go. We gotta go. Do you think Rayleigh could handle an Admiral? You guys are telling me he could clear out that entire room. He could face Zoro, Luffy, Law, Kid, all of them at the same time, and it wouldn't even be a discussion. Like, it'd just be a slaughter. He could, given that, I think he'd be fine 1v1 versus an Admiral, correct? I mean, maybe, of course, it'd be better if he was in his prime and not old. But, I mean, he's giving it, like, he has a winning chance. Now, I mean, of course, if you had the Admiral and you've got a warship shooting at him and other little admirals running around and this, and okay, of course. But of the three, the way he's being built up, he could run the 1v1s and have a shot, no? Are you going to show us what happened? Luffy hasn't said a word by the... He, like, redirected it. Hey, almost slaves. Quickly. Guys, what are we gonna do? They're really hammering this power system. Luffy has not said a word this entire episode. He's just been staring menacingly. Hockey? We're calling it hockey? I really prefer Hakai, but hockey's fine. Hockey. I really don't like that. Dark King. Hockey. It doesn't hit. I like Hakai so much better, but if it's hockey, it's hockey. Oh yeah, they know each other actually. Yeah, our ship, and it's not even coded. Yeah, we're just gonna flex and bust out of here. I'm expecting he's just gonna almighty push everybody out of there with his hockey. Yeah, you are. Also correct. Why doesn't he want to use his power anymore? Why did Rayleigh say he doesn't really want to use his powers anymore? Does it like... Oh well, everybody out here's about to get dotted. Interesting. Rayleigh's got some explaining to do. These are the 3 biggest bounty boys. That's a big ass sword you got on you there, buddy. Why are we? We're just gonna get lumped in here. Well, let's see it, boys. Is the episode gonna end before they actually throw a hand? No, no, no. Oh, wow. Have we had that half credit way? Have we had that? We got like 2 minutes left. Damn, I don't even remember the mid-credit. We do need to leave. Will somebody pick his big fish ass up so we can get out of here? I feel like old Papa Boy, this crying starfish, him and Hachin, I've exhausted my mood. I'm over them. It's just a lot of K-me. Like, okay, guys. We need to just get to going here. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I was about to say, do you got it? Do you got it? Be careful not to draw attention to myself. I'm a giant. How did they even capture his giant ass in the first place? Number two, how he's supposed to say low key? Look at him. He's the size of a house. Oh. What am I looking at? I'm assuming Law has something that within that kind of circle, he's able to switch anything with anything else? And it looks like Kid has some electric magnetic abilities, or... I was like, okay, he's got some electric, like, attract, repel. But what the hell was that Law shit? But it doesn't kill, it just replaces. This dude's just a talking head, by the way. This is all like giggles and stuff, but what are we gonna do when this Admiral shows up, by the way? What are we actually gonna do? We got a big problem. I kind of want to see an Admiral show up and slap all three of them at the same time. Because you have the show dominance of like these admirals. I still don't take anybody in the Marine seriously at the moment because we rarely see any of them about that life or any type of series. It's like when we got to see Okaji, and he showed up and just like dusted the crew at all in one. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. I need you to show me that I have a reason to fear this man. He does have some magnetic... Yeah, he's got some like attract, repel. I'm not sure what the lightning effect is for, but... Admiral Kizaru. It's just more fodder. Just more fodder. You guys aren't clearing this at all. How is his head surviving from his body, though, by the way? They've accomplished nothing, by the way, other than showing the audience their powers. That's got to be the episode. Yeah, that's got to be the episode. I want to go back to that. Okay, so he does that. So he created an area. What is that? I thought that was a cannon. Was that cannon in the circle when he made the circle? I'm gonna assume that's a cannon. So he creates a radius. There's nothing currently in the radius, like as far as a cannon. The sword. He unsheaths the sword, and he just can just remove others' body parts. Switch it with whatever. I mean, clearly he's got some like some mobile buggy ability. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. But I'm assuming he can only switch things within the radius of the circle. Like he's got to activate the circle. Pretty wild. I mean, so we're getting some great stuff. Honestly, I don't know what Rayleigh's reluctancy is as far as wanting to use his abilities. His hockey. Still don't like the way that sounds. I prefer Hakai, but what can you do? Because I feel like if he was to just step outside right now and just do what he did inside, he could get rid of all those Marines. Like these rookies, they're out here trying, like they're doing it, but they're not really doing anything. You know, I feel like it's just a chance to show the audience their powers. But the quickest way would be to let him do that. Clear it, we just move. But it's a good like fan service to like, oh, here's all them and their abilities. Kid seems to have some magnetic attract, repel. As far as the radius, what he can do with it, and like how far it can extend past that, because like with Luffy, you know, he has the properties of rubber. He's able to stretch and do things. You know, he does it with his legs, his arms. He creates the net that we just saw, you know, basic things of like what you would expect the Devil's Fruit to allow you to do. But then we've seen him take it to like another level with like the Gear 2 and the Gear 3 almost. And that's probably what I'm most interested in when we start getting introduced to new characters. Is we've seen countless Devil's Fruits at this point, but we rarely get to see the intricacies of like people taking their Devil's Fruit to like another level. It's always like the baseline of like, oh, my Devil's Fruit turned me into this, or I'm allowed to do this, I'm allowed to do that. But Luffy's, you know, because we follow Luffy the most, so we'll get to see his more in action. But like the Gear 2 and Gear 3 is like a whole nother level. So speaking of like Kid, for example, seems to have the basic, you know, magnetic properties of like attract and repel. And it's not just like magnetic things, like he can pull anything to him. It's not like he just attracts metals or he's Magneto or some random shit like that. He can retract and repel anything. So that seems to be just like the baseline of the fruit. You know, he's a magnet man, whatever you want to call him. But then I would be curious of like, okay, what is the next? What's his Gear 2? Like, what's the next level of his ability? And I'm sure, hopefully, we'll see some things like that as we start meeting more dangerous people, stronger people, better Devil's Fruits. And then with Laws, I'm not sure. Clearly, he's got to create that radius. And it looks like whatever he chooses, I don't know if he has to see it, point the sword at it, whatever that might be, he can just switch places with something. But not he can make two things switch places. But to the point that like it's so wild that like how long, like if that is the basis of it, whatever it is, how long does something like that stay active for and not kill its user? Like the guy that just has his head right now. He's not dying. He's like, wait, I should be dead. Oh, I am dead. But he's like, nah, he's talking. He's still there. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on either. Like, could he just take the guy's head and leave and the guy will just always remain alive? Is there a time limit on how long you got to switch things back before the person dies? Or do they just automatically switch back after a certain time period? I have absolutely no idea. And is it dedicated to the sword? Like, does he need the sword to activate that? There's a lot of questions with that type of stuff, but Doflamingo as well, talking about there's going to be a war between Whitebeard and the 7 warlords. Is what Whitebeard's coming with heat like that? It takes 7 of the warlords. We're talking Doflamingo, Blackbeard, all the other ones that we haven't got introduced to yet. Whitebeard and his crew are going toe to toe. Both have like a 50-50 shot to win that with the Navy backing and everything. Maybe I'm underestimating Whitebeard then, because I have absolutely no idea. Because when they're like, oh, they're gonna go to a war with Whitebeard, I'm like, what can he do? What, like, he sounds great, but what can he do if 3 admirals show up, vice admirals show up, fleet commanders show up, warlords show up, all the Navy? Like, he's just one man. But hey, we'll leave it there to see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,